I'm getting real sick of you, you know that? Why the hell do you keep dropping this? Know your place, damn it! Come here. There we go. Now don't move. I'll make sure this never happens again. Now, as you saw from the title and the thumbnail, today's video is about Goblin Slayer Year 1, specifically Chapter 108 and how goated it is. It's been a hot minute since the last time we did one of these. Let's get right into it. So, a little recap before this chapter. Goblin Slayer and his new elf friend go into a goblin-infested cave to hunt down an evil wizard who did a lot of heinous shit. During the fight, Goblin Slayer and the elf split up. She takes on the wizard and Goblin Slayer takes on the elf version of Frankenstein's monster, plus of course the goblins. Anyway, Goblin Slayer finishes his business and heads to reconvene with the elf. Meanwhile, the elf, after a hard-fought battle, she finally manages to chop the fool in half. But in that moment, worms emerge from his body and go into her wounds, corrupting them. Her wounds were already bad enough, but now with the strange worms inside of them, there is no hope for her. Goblin Slayer arrives and finds her on the ground. She asks what happened to the monster.
殺したぞ.
As if there was any doubt. With a dying breath, she says that she doesn't want to be eaten alive by worms, and Goblin Slayer understands what she means. So he steals his nerves, grips the sword, and shows an act of mercy. It was the first time he has ever killed someone, and sadly, it won't be the last. Goblin Slayer then takes the time to clean her body of the worms. When he is done, he gets up. And now, we get to the good shit. Goblin Slayer checks out the wizard's corpse. The top half is missing. He finds a trail of blood and follows it. He passes by the wizard's study. Comparing it to the study of the witch, he calls it, instead of a testament to knowledge, it's a neatly curated display meant to show off. Damn, Goblin Slayer! The guy is already dead. You don't need to destroy him a second time. Basically calling him an insecure show-off. Oh, but never mind. He's still alive. But not for long. Goblin Slayer grabs a chair and sits down. He throws his torch next to the wizard. Now he can see clearly. The wizard will die soon. He doesn't need to do anything. Nor does he want to. It's her kill. So Goblin Slayer just sits there, enjoying the show. His party members' final effort. Damn, this panel goes so hard. So fucking good. He just sits there and watches him die slowly. The wizard begs for mercy, but there is none left. After the show is over, Goblin Slayer gets up and burns the corpse. He laughs a little bit. Hard to say what prompts this. Was it amusement or madness? I don't know about you, but I'm very amused. He then grabs the contents of the study and throws them to the flame. Burn it. Burn it all. Goblin Slayer goes back to his friend to do what he does best, because it doesn't matter to the goblins whether she's alive or dead. An elf woman is an elf woman.
Run, Boris! If there's a hole, there's a way!
Goblin Slayer puts down the magical sword. He doesn't need it. Such a fine weapon doesn't suit him. They will bring him weapons. Clubs, daggers, and rusted swords. Those are the weapons that suit him. Those are the weapons that suit killing goblins. And that's where the chapter ends. This is probably one of the coldest moments in the Goblin Slayer Year 1 that didn't directly involve killing something. It was quite surprising actually, but very welcome nonetheless. I don't think I've ever talked about Goblin Slayer Year 1 before. I only talked about Brand New Day. It's really good. It's cool we see an inexperienced Goblin Slayer go about his hunts, and I love the tie-ins with the present. There are a lot of moments where you go, oh, so that's where he got that from. Oh, so that's how he learned that. Like with the ring that lets you breathe underwater, that turned out to have a really good story behind it. Honestly, the entire mage adventure was my favorite so far. This manga also shows us that Goblin Slayer, despite what other adventurers may think, he is a proper adventurer. He fought a lot of different monsters, met many cool characters, some he will never see again. He may not have been a hero, but he had an adventure worthy of one. It's funny really, how a guy who only wants to hunt goblins not searching for adventure. It instead finds him. I know I said this was going to be the anniversary video, where I go over all the manga that I have ever recommended, but frankly, that video is taking too long. Who knew that going through 120 manga would be so much work? So I decided to make a good old chapter recap, since they are quite easy to make and don't take much time. So you're gonna have to be a little patient with me while I try to find out how to milk this stupid cow. Maybe try pulling that one? Ah! Wrong one. You think? That's all, folks.
Oh yeah. I hope you found something good to read. Ooh. If not, I hope Manga Barista got a chuckle out of you. Chuckle out of you. In the depths of the night, where secrets are set free. Set free. Embrace the dark seduction, let it consume